Hello, welcome to JV Trending News. How is your midweek? I hope your midweek is really going as moving smoothly. Because today it's going straight to day of August 2025. I'll be going straight to the newspapers review. So let's look at the first one. Wike fought civil servants over FCT's alleged 5.8 billion naira debt to contractors. Now, looking at the incident, these issues about the protest regarding the indigenous contractors and what has been going on. He has been silent, but as yesterday, when the period when he came out for the event of a 50 billion naira project, Dam project, that he raised that issue regarding the what he has been trending for maybe a couple of some days ago, and then he made it clear that his civil servant that caused this issue that is not from his desk, that he did not give any of those people, all those contractors, any he didn't award any contracts. That the civil servant just giving out 5 million, 20 million kind of procurement without passing through him, and then that he did not have any knowledge regarding that he will not do anything about it. That whatever it is that will happen, let it happen. That even if even force, that he is not going to attend to those kind of issues because he did not, the procurement did not follow through him as the minister of FCT, and he is supposed to be aware of those things according to him that he is the one. And then this is quite. He also raised the issue of fighting corruption, and then it's amusing to be hearing corruption fighting corruption. I mean, if you want to fight corruption, corruption we fight back. And then this is the same man who was the ex-governor of River State who did not allow Fubara to really govern the state. And we could see a lot of issues that to the point that he suspended through the tribunal's order, and then we could say a lot of things talking about corruption. So if people are talking about, even the leaders in the country are talking about corruptions, we should not be part of those who will be talking about corruption is fighting back for corruption, because he himself actually did not allow, I mean, promoted corruptions. He fought against anti-corruptions because what is his business with River State? You are governing in the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, and you are still trying to control River State. And he claimed that it will not be godfather by anybody. That once he's done in the River State, he will leave. And still, he's talking about corruption. And now, a lot of issues are coming up, and I believe that they will sort it out. And according to him, he's not going to do anything about it. That the fault is not from him. So let's look at the next headline. Uh, Nigeria moves to review national um, telecom policy as NCC prepares to publish operators' quarterly performance reports. This is quite interesting that the last kind of policy was 2000, and then also 2023, that there's some kind of there is ready for reviews, and then they will also publish the performance of the telecoms, those other telecom providers. That yes, that means the government is interested in ensuring that the kind of review. So that means if they have not been paying, if they have been paying like 1 billion naira tax, it's likely that this kind of reviews will lead to 4 billion, because 4 billion naira, because the government needs money now. The election is coming 2027, and then only 1 year. But next year, what will be left is the election. That means campaign period will begin, and now that is a form of a lot of reviews concerning all different policies concerning the how the telecom providers are really providing the services, and also there's some informations that they need to be publishing, and then getting the people aware about the updates. So let's look at the next headline. This one is going to be the this $5 billion dollars Abuja to Lagos Superhighway to commence this year. According to them, they say that before the end of the year, according to the AEC, but by the end of this year, there will be kind of commencement of the project, and then it will last for 4 years, and then that is the period duration projected. And then they said that it is $4 billion kind of project, but because of during the execution of the project, there may be kind of additional cost that could lead to $5 billion. So $5 billion is always added to it to make it look like yes, is what we are going to spend. Even though if they spend $3 billion or $2 billion, they can still say yes, they spend $4.9 billion. But at the end of the day, question you have to be asking yourself is that why so many on unfinished projects started by this government, and then within 2 years commissioning Lagos to Lagos to Calabar's coastal highway. This is issues that we need to keep on asking about this government. What does government want to do, and then we'll be able to accountable for it, because now the government is showing the same thing that happened in Lagos Railway, is it Blue Railway? Yes, Blue Railway. That he also claimed that he began it, whereas it has started before during the time of Latif, the previous governors, for a long time. So it has been also Apple also contributed to the project. Fashola also contributed to the project before Solu finished the project, and however they are still not yet done, because it's still just about 30 kilometer railway move. So far, meaning there are still more kind of expansion that need to be taking place for more years. So at the end of the day, we can say that issues like this, the government needs to ensure that it's money they're just calling. Are they really going to be accountable and make sure that who is going to pay? That means there will be toll gate. There will be tolling on the road, and then they say that the distance, the movement from Lagos to Abuja will now be like 4 hours instead of like about 8 to 10 hours that it used to be when you pass through Okoja or the Kogi State and through the bad road. Instead of the government to consider about renovating, ensuring that those roads are being fixed, it seems that the government is abandoning the federal road, and which is not a good thing. So I believe that they should work on it to see how they can do something about it. Let's look at the next one. The Kebbi farmers in crisis as River Niger overflow destroys rice fields. Now, looking at this issue, now about 100 farmers claim are already lamenting concerning the damage, the flood from the River Niger, as well as the heavy downpour that has led to the damages of their rice farming. So the issue about rice now, to them, they are calling on the government for the intervention. That this cannot be the natural disaster is not something they can easily kind of recover. That without the intervention of the government, that the government should come to a head, the rescue, as the damages is quite high. And again, at the end of the day, it is going to affect the local production of rice, and that is just what we are saying now. So let's look at this one. This one is India 6 to ban online gambling, cites election terror financing risks. Now, during the result of the issue about gambling and gambling, they are seeking ways to see that they ban this addiction, because it's addiction, gambling, and through those who are into online bettings, and then there are some kind of schemes that are money doubling schemes, as well as other issues that are related to fraud. And then according to the kind of the government, they are saying, see, there are some issues that they are using this kind of online gambling for terrorism, in terms of terrorism financing, and as well as other like fraud and money laundering. So these are the issues that they raise, and with the hope that they will have solutions to it. Now let's go look at another issue regarding insecurity. This is JV News Trending News. Let's look at this security. Nigeria exits jeopardy zone, says presidential aide, and this is a political statement regarding the kind of terrorism that's occurring in the country, the insecurity that's happening every now and then. In Kwara State alone, we could see a lot of bandits and sacking of communities in the Kwara State, in the setup party, local government areas, and these are the issues that the government says to address. And now, the statement coming from this kind of the presidential aid is not making reasonable sense to the people living in the correct state, and especially those who are victims, those who are running now and look for where to they will lay their heads, and again perhaps they're going to become beggars in maybe in the city or in other parts of the country where there is a bit safety for them to really hold on to before you know it, before they, I mean, get kidnapped or can get harmed. Now, this issues about jeopardy zone is saying that it's better than 4 years to 6 years ago during the time of Buhari on APC, and then again it also makes mention about the doing is better than uh, era of Jonathan. This is something is laughable and is not something that you is so ridiculous and so funny that it is statement we coming from the social aid without addressing the critical issues relating to more people who are becoming homeless because of the terrorists, bandits, Fulani attacks, and others like that. And having there are a lot of complaints from different sources, but I don't really have much time to discuss about them. But you know what? This is the country we're talking about. This is newspaper reviews. This is how far I can go today. By God's grace, I will be coming again tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Thursday, and then I will look more about issues around you and what is happening around the world. But you know what? India has made some statements regarding their interest in anti-betting online, meaning they don't want bet to occur. And then I will look about what Uke said regarding about the procurement. I mean, the debt of 5.8 billion naira debt that was incurred as a result of the civil servants, not as a result of him. That he did not do that. And also we look at other aspects of about $5 billion, $5 billion Lagos to Abuja Superhighway. So that's probably that Tinubu said during the one of the 2022 campaign stating Superhighway they could not they could not drop down payment, and then he mentioned about the corn and so on. But you know, this is how far we can go today. I believe that you are really getting a lot and you get informed about what's happening around you. See you tomorrow by God's grace. My name is Johnson Salabe. Thanks. Stay blessed.